Mrs. Sally Schwarer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me this opportunity to make my maiden speech. The constituency that I represent, North West Cambridgeshire, is a relatively new one, having been created in 1997, and I'm only its second Member of Parliament. But the area that the constituency covers has a long and distinguished history, and many eminent people have left their footprints in its soil. My immediate predecessor is Sir Brian Mawhinney, recently ennobled and now Lord Mawhinney. Lord Mawhinney is a formidable politician. He was diligent, conscientious, hard-working, and always put the interests of his constituents first. He was also fortunate and privileged to serve in high office, including Secretary of State for Transport and Chairman of the Conservative Party. But despite all the pressures that high office brings, he always found time for his constituents. I'm quite sure that Lord Mawhinney will continue to be involved in local affairs, particularly as his title now is Lord Mawhinney of Peterborough. When he was a Member of Parliament, one of Lord Mawhinney's passions was to support the local football team, affectionately known as the Posh. As Lord Mawhinney is now Chairman of the Football League, I suspect that on some Saturdays at least, he will be found on the terraces of some other football clubs. Prior to 1997, some 60% of my constituency was part of the former Huntingdon constituency, where the Member of Parliament was the former Prime Minister, Sir John Major. Sir John and Dame Norma continue to live locally and also remain involved in a number of local concerns, particularly charitable interests. And bearing in mind Sir John's love for cricket, you will not be surprised if I say that on the odd Saturday he too can be found at a local cricket match. And Dame Norma has herself an annual charity match in support, charity cricket match in support of Mencamp. But I also have a third former Member of Parliament living in my constituency, and that is Lord Renton. Members in this House will be aware that I don't exaggerate when I say that he is one of the most charming men in the Palace of Westminster. Soon to be 97 and still active in another place, he is the President of the Association of Conservative Peers. I am grateful for all the kindnesses and support shown to me by all three previous members. But I have to say, Madam Deputy Speaker, that it is usual for a new member to have one former Member of Parliament looking over his shoulder to see what he is and perhaps sometimes is not doing. Occasionally there may be two former members, but I think you will agree it is rare to have three former Members of Parliament looking over one shoulder, and such an eminent trio at that too. As far as my constituency is concerned, it covers the southern part of Peterborough, south of the River Nene, and then some villages and market towns which go down to, but not including, Huntingdon. In the Peterborough area, it is characterized by the rapid expansion that is happening. There are a number of people there who commute regularly to nearby places, and the expansion is best typified when I say that in my own constituency there's an area known as the Hamptons, where thousands of houses are proposed to be built. The major challenge will of course be to ensure that the house building is matched by the appropriate infrastructure. Moving south in the constituency, there are picturesque villages such as Hamerton, which has some 30 houses, to other places such as Sawtrey, Yaxley, Warboys and Ramsey, which have several thousand residents. The abiding theme in the southern part is that it is of a rural nature. And one particular concern for my local farmers is the proposed reduction in European quotas for sugar beet. And I, for one, will be very vigorously taking up their interests wherever it is necessary. Madam Speaker, I was recently fortunate in the private members' ballot to be one of the 20. And I propose to introduce, or attempt to introduce, a private member's bill concerning breast cancer screening for women. At present, women between the ages of 50 to 70 receive notices from their local hospitals inviting them for a screening. But I propose to try and increase that so that it covers women from 45 to 75. The logic is that women are now living longer and more healthy lives, and it seems sensible to acknowledge that by covering a higher age group. And of course we all know that women below 50 suffer from breast cancer, as do women over the age of 50. I would have thought that prevention is better than cure. And let us not forget, Madam Deputy Speaker, that we are not simply talking about the 1 in 9 women who suffer from breast cancer. We are also talking about their families, their friends, which covers a huge number of people. And I very much hope that the government will give my private member's bill some due consideration. Many years ago, Madam Deputy Speaker, I remember watching television with my parents. And I remember watching Prime Minister's Questions. And I said to my parents, I hope that one day I will be on these green benches. For this Ugandan-born Indian, Britain's first Gujarati Member of Parliament, a dream has certainly come true. And I'm particularly pleased that today my parents are not watching at the other side of a television screen, but instead are in the public gallery. Madam Speaker, my parents, Lakman and Savita Vara, I'm sure, well, you can tell by the look on their faces, are delighted that it's here rather than the other side of the screen. There can be no better privilege for anyone than to represent their fellow citizens in this, the mother of parliaments. And I'm deeply grateful to the people of North West Cambridgeshire for affording me the opportunity to represent them here. They are a wonderful people and a lovely constituency. Madam Deputy Speaker, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak today. And may I also thank the other right honourable members here for extending to me the usual courtesies when one makes a maiden speech. Thank you.